Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're doing my nails again. And we're starting by removing this cute little set that I put on myself last. All information that is quite obvious as I'm removing it. Obviously it was on my nails last. So I am using the Erica's ATA Gel X bit. This is a more fine bit. I do enjoy it very much for removals. I was going to say of non-3D stuff, but you're about to see me hack through that literal massive 3D pearl situation. When it comes to pearl stuff, especially this where I dunked it in gel, sometimes I find it's easier to go through than try and remove it. And pearls generally do file down pretty easy. You just have to watch out because they fling stuff more. If you watch this footage, you can see there's stuff firing back at the camera, which is one of the reasons why I always wear glasses while I'm working rather than contact lenses, to protect my little eyeballs. So yeah, starting by removal. I didn't have this set on for too long. I really liked it, but I found I was ready for something new, and it was probably because I'd been thinking about everyone else's nails for the holidays that I was like, I want something else. So getting started on my prep, just pushing back my cuticles lightly, and then going in with, this is actually a little e-file bit that I got from Tat Toronto. I'll link that down below. It's tinier than the nib bits that I usually use, and it is a finer bit than what I usually use as well. You can tell that by the little colored line that are on the bits. I usually use the Erica's ATA nib bit, which has a blue line, which means it's like a medium coarseness. And then this one's got the red, and so that means it's fine. It is quite tiny and skinny, which is a little bit intimidating just because you can really get up under the cuticles, but like you just have to be very careful that you're not going too far up under the cuticles, if you know what I mean. You don't want to hurt anyone. So I'm just like, I find if you angle it to the side rather than going straight forward, you're less likely to get too stabby. One of the key things you want to avoid is being stabby with the e-file bits. So I run it on forward and I do the left sides of my nails, and then I switch it to reverse and I do the right sides of my nails. So that way you're always kind of going against the grain and you're removing that built up protein, lifting up your cuticles, getting rid of all the extra dry skin, which is what I'm doing now, scraping that off. I will say that something a little bit more coarse generally works better on the skin on the side if you have extra crispy dry skin around your fingertips. Something a little more coarse works better, but this does the trick. It just takes a bit longer. Then I'm going in with my cuticle nippers. I also get these from Tat Toronto. And just getting rid of any of the dead stuff. No live skin. I talk about this all the time. I don't want any bleeding happening while I'm cutting cuticles. So just getting rid of the dead stuff. You can see the difference with cuticle stuff if it's like a clear or white versus if it's got color to it. If it has color to it, that means that there's a blood flow going to that skin. If it's clear or white, that means that there usually is not. And now I'm just going through and filing my nails. Again, I'm keeping my nails super short with the thought that we might go rock climbing. We've still only been the one time together, but I just know the day I decide to have longer nails is the day that Pat's gonna be like, let's go rock climbing tomorrow. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, wait, I have extensions on. And I don't want it to stop me. But now I'm going in with my sanding band and just doing a light sand over my natural nail as well as the remaining product. I did not remove the product. I left a clear base down at the bottom of my nail, which I like to do just so I'm not retouching my nails again and again and again, especially because I end up doing my nails more often than I usually would on a client. Gotta protect the nails, gotta keep them as healthy as possible, and I'm not always the best at treating my nails with the love and respect that they deserve, because I'm like, it's my nails, who cares? But I should, and now maybe that's my New Year's resolution, being kinder to my own nails. Let's try it, see how that goes. But I'm just smoothing out everything. It's a nice way to get everything prepped, making sure that there are no little lifty bits, just getting everything ready to go. Then I'm going to give my nails a good wipe with some 70% alcohol and a lint-free wipe. And then I'm going in with my favorite base coat, Zombie base coat. Look how, I don't know, thick it is. It's so nice. It's such a pleasant product to work with. It really stays put and it creates like a very nice smooth surface. If you have like bumps on your nails or anything going on, if you apply a layer and before curing flip your hand upside down, let it level a little bit, what bumps? You know what I mean? So smooth, so nice. So I'm just going to do a thin layer on all of my nails, and sure to cap the free edge. Very important. You always want to cap the free edge at every layer, so that way while basically your hands are going in life, you have a little bit more of like an insurance on the tip of your nail. You're not going back right to your natural nail. Does that make sense? So say you're using your hands a bunch and your nails are being worn down, you're wearing down the product on the very tip of your nail rather than being directly to the nail and potentially getting chipping, lifting, that kind of thing. It's a little bit of an insurance, if that makes sense, because you have that little buffer. And then I'm going in with the Leave Tiara glitter collection. Well, just this one color from the glitter collection. It's so beautiful. I just received that glitter gel and I love it. All the glitters are like kind of a red fiery, I don't know, color palette within like a jelly color. They're really fun. And I'm using jet black here from the gel bottle. I need to get a new black. I want to try a Vanta from, oh my god, what's the brand called? Well, we may never know. I know I've mentioned it before. I can remember the name of the black, but I can't remember the name of the brand. No, it's not coming back. I'm gonna do 2 coats of all those colors. What is that? What is that brand called? I'm tempted to look it up, but I don't want to stop my voiceover. Okay, if it comes to me, I will announce it mid-video. But yeah, just getting a second coat. I've been really still loving the product I'm using now, the Vala syrup gels. I've been using quite a few of them as nudes on people, and they're so beautiful and creamy and lovely to work with. So I definitely recommend checking those out. I have a video swatching palette 1 and palette 2 from that, and I would highly recommend. Okay, so this nail, I do it like 12 times, again and again and again, and I left it all in there. So you can see my indecision. I left it at that point, but that's not where it's gonna end up. So we'll not talk about it for now, but I'm gonna move on to this middle finger. I am writing I love me. I've seen people write I love me on their nails before and I love you, and I just think it's so funny, and so I was like, you know what? Let's go into the new year loving myself and being very forward with it on my hands. So doing a little I love me. Also, I wanted to mention this video, I literally made this video to test out the new Blanc de Bleu antique collection, which is what I'm using right now. So let's go through the antique collection. There are 8 different gels that come in the antique collection. 4 of them are nuance gels and 4 of them are tweed gels. The tweed gel is what I'm using right now. So it's a super thick consistency and it's like gritty and grainy. Now I was like, what is in there? Is it sand? Is it dirt? We don't know. It's glitter. There's glitter. You see a hint of glitter in the application, but when you file it off, it is full of glitter, and that's what's giving it the texture, which is so cool. So it's like these gels are most commonly used for tweed nails, which I will do a tweed nail, so you'll get to see that, but I think they're really fun for doing other things, like just adding a little bit of different texture to your manicure is really, really fun in small detailing. Again, this nail, I'm not even talking about it because this is not where it ends up. I'm gonna wipe this away. I'll just let you know. One thing I definitely do want to point out, because I didn't know this at the time of filming this video, these gels are non-white. You do not need to top coat them. When I was filming this video, I wasn't sure. I watched some videos on Blanc de Bleu's page. There was definitely some videos of them using a matte top coat over top, so I was like, you know what, maybe that's the way to do it. Maybe you do a matte top coat. The only thing with applying a top coat, if you do a clear, see there we go, erasing that one. If you do a clear top coat on top, it gets rid of a lot of the detailing. If you do a matte top coat on top, it keeps a little bit more of the detailing, but you still do lose quite a bit of it, which is unfortunate. And so I did lose quite a bit of texture when I matte top coated, but I didn't want to risk it. I wasn't ready. I thought that I had to top coat it. I actually filmed this video, lived with the nails for a day or two, and then DM'd the brand and was like, hey, what's the deal? Do I have to top coat? Because I searched the internet for the answer. Nobody was able to provide. You do not need to top coat. They responded to me, do not need a top coat. So just so you know. All future users, no top coat required. So anyways, you're getting a pretty good dose of me just playing around with these, doing some detailing. It's definitely harder to paint with than like a typical gel paint because you're playing with all that texture, you're having to fuss it around. But I will say applying it with a like flat brush and doing an entire nail in it, it is a breeze. It's way easier than doing like a regular gel. I don't know, you get such great coverage. It cures really well. Here we go with this nail again. Again, not where I'm gonna leave it, but this is the Motive Tivalope alcohol ink. It's a really, really nice alcohol ink. I've been really enjoying using them. And it looks super cute like this. And then I've mentioned this pen before, it's just a random pen Vanessa gave me, but it works great on nails. So cute. Okay, here, watch. This is the tweed nail. Look how nice that applies, look how fun that is. It bothers me that I'm gonna matte coat it because it looks so good non-matte coated. And what I'm using here is just some white, I'm gonna use white and black Ginny X gel paints. And to make it even more textured, I actually wouldn't even go in with gel paints. I would go in with the other tweed gels. So you get like thick texture, like really lean into the tweed nails. That's how I think you would get the best effect, not like this. You could, if you want a little bit less textured, I would just use some gel paint that's non-wipe as well. But definitely I would recommend just using the tweed gel again. So we have some more tweed action happening here, and on this nail, I am drawing a cat. Yes, I am. I'm very excited about it. I definitely wasn't planning on drawing a cat on this hand, but then I knew I was going to draw a cat on the other hand, and I was like, you know what, 2 cats. The more the merrier. So here we are drawing a little cat. Look how beautiful, like look at the texture on that product. It's so nice. Okay, so these are the tweed gels, and then there's the nuanced gels, which are like a really thick kind of 3D, not grainy, but they're like metallic kind of chrome. They're very delicious looking. I definitely want to incorporate some of that in like some mermaidy sets. Also, I'm layering here to do detailing on the cat using the other tweed gels, but I have cured in between. I just want to specify that because it's not obvious in the video. I'm curing in between all these details while I'm layering. So we got the little eyeballs going on. Like I said, it's not the easiest to paint with in terms of like doing detail work, but you just gotta finesse with it a little bit and you're good. You can do it, I believe in you. And a little pink nose, so cute. These were my Christmas/New Year's nails. How fun, hey? It's so funny too because I was like, oh, I want a glitter nail, which I like kind of did a few glitters, but then I was like, the tweed gels have a bit of glitter in them, that'll be my glitter. Okay, so what I just did there, I cured that nail, and then I wiped away the alcohol ink behind it, and I'm just going in with that little pen that I have and just filling in some space because I didn't really know what to do, but I did end up really liking it, so you know. And then I'm going in with my McCart rhinestone gel and then pop in some of those silver beads that I love so much. But things are definitely going to get a bit complicated when it comes to top coating, and it wasn't necessary. So actually what I would recommend is if you're doing a base, like let's take the I Love Me nail. I want to paint it black, I want to paint the eye me, and then I want to top coat, and then I want to put the tweed gel right on top. Like on top of the top coat. Because you don't need to top coat it, so you may as well get the base top coated so you don't have to go back in and do any detailing work. What I am going to do after this point, which is why this set became a little bit annoying when I thought you had to top coat. See, okay, wait. I'm testing out a clear top coat here. The shiny top coat. Not a good idea. Anyway, so what I ended up having to do was work around all the detailing. So I had to work around all the tweed gel avoiding it with a glossy top coat and then go over the tweed gel with a matte top coat. So you can see I'm just using a detail brush here with a bit of matte top coat, and I'm just going over top of the tweed detailing. Sorry, I feel like my voiceover is a little chaos today. A lot of thoughts and feelings. I need to express them all. Yeah, so I'm just going over top of that. It definitely takes away a bit of the texture. It still looks good in the end. You can see it's cured there, but it's not quite as nice as it is without, which is sad. But you know, lesson learned. I'm here figuring this shit out so you don't have to. So you can just watch this video and be like, well, don't have to be a dumbass like Rebecca. I can just move forward with the correct steps. And I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you're not going to go through all of this that I went through. See all this fine detail painting. You get to avoid it. All because you chose to watch this video. And now I'm going on to all the shiny parts with a glossy top coat. My zombie top coat. Which I love. Zombie base, zombie top. They're just wonderful. And the zombie top is so shiny. I'm sure I've said it before. It is such a glossy top coat, and it wears so well. I love her. I love her. I'm going over all the little beads too. Make sure they're shiny. And here we are. Here are both hands. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned from my mistakes. And I hope to see you in the next video.